Welcome, everybody, to the Genesis Mindset. In today's episode, DAI on Pulse Chain has broken its all-time highs against Pulse Chain. And also, the Atropa ecosystem is absolutely booming. So with that, before I get into the episode, I want to just tell you a little bit of a story. So I have been discussing things with my friends about how can we actually create an atmosphere that's more accepting within Pulse Chain. Obviously, one of the predominant ecosystems, or the two predominant ecosystems, is the Atropa ecosystem and Tangang. And we feel like maybe Tangang is probably not at times the best representative of the ecosystem. They can push people away. They can be very edgy. They can be very toxic and very negative. So we want to actually create an atmosphere that's more positive, more accepting, with the mindset that the world is going to be a multi-chain world. And one of my friends asked me, is the Atropa ecosystem like this? And I was honest with him. I said, yes, it is a lot more like it than the Tangang, in my opinion. But also, there's people that are greedy, selfish, self-centered. They just want to pump their own bags. You're going to have the same type of negativity within the Atropa ecosystem as well. And he said, can we actually create a community or an atmosphere that helps people become more positive? Like, can we actually come together to generate a more positive vibe for the whole of Pulse Chain and for the Atropa ecosystem? Not necessarily just for the Atropa ecosystem, but for Pulse Chain at large. So when I finished that conversation with him, I had no intention of basically doing anything about it. And then immediately, 30 seconds later, my boy Muddy messaged me. He got me into the Atropa ecosystem, and he said, the Atropa movement, big capital letters. He's like, just think about it. Think about it. Let it sit. We have to start talking like this. We have to start helping people with principles, how we're going to be, how we're going to act, how we're going to be as a community. And I was like, you know what? I've got to go with this. I've got to go with the flow, because I literally just finished talking to one of my best friends about this, and another best friend calls me. So the vibration is there. The vibe is there. The vibe is lifting for the Atropa ecosystem. It is pretty much the best ecosystem on Pulse Chain, if not the best ecosystem in all of cryptocurrency, in my opinion. So tomorrow morning, I'm going to be doing a live stream where I'm going to open up the floor to everyone. So I've discussed with my friends, what kind of principles can we do? What kind of mindset can we actually develop? What kind of traits can we have as a community? Can we nurture and develop? And I want to invite everybody to discuss those things. I'll show you what we've discussed, and I would love anyone to come on. So I'm going to go do a live stream. Anyone can ask me any questions. I'm going to put the link in the chat, so anyone can join on the StreamYard if you got a stream. So anyone who watches this, anyone, you don't have to have a camera, you don't have to have a microphone. It's going to be a completely open floor for discussion for everyone, and it's going to be something that I want to continue to do. Tomorrow is really just step one. So keep an eye out for that. So with that, let's get into the charts. First of all, man, everything booming. Plus 23% on Atropa, plus 22% on DAI, like massive greens on everything, 22% across the board. TRSI, hey, TRSI, 25%. BFF, mate, BFF, this would have been due to Zach's post. So Zach's post, which I have here as well, this is the Atropa ecosystem. This is the side that people who don't do research, they don't see. So I'm going to go over this from Zach. Zach has excellent, brilliant, awesome, always like some of the best tweets. Here is a 3-day chart for BFF showing at which point the Atropa developer should be adding 400,000 BFF and 400,000 PDAI, 400,000 BFF and 400,000 PUSDC, and then the same in PUSDT. So essentially 800,000, 800,000, 800,000. So man, over just under $3 million worth of liquidity they're going to be burning when we get to this 8,000 mark. He put this tweet out how many hours ago? Oh, this was yesterday. So it was yesterday. So he put this out basically 24 hours ago, and it's pumped nearly 100%. So 2,000. We need to get to this 8,000. And this is the key point with the ecosystem, where it's like we need to actually figure out a way to work together so we don't cheat on each other. This is the problem. Everybody's going to be afraid that somebody else is going to sell on them. So can we actually nurture an atmosphere where the majority ends up outweighing the minority? At the moment, there's going to be people that are selling. That's natural. But if you look at, let's go back to the charts. If you look at the BFF charts, people instantly dumped. So if we go to BFF, as soon as it hit the 8K, not instantly. It had a pullback, and then it kind of touched there, and it hasn't been back there since. So we got there, didn't really last. got back up there. And as soon as it got up to 8K, I mean, what is this candle here? This candle here tells me everything. It got to 8K, sold, and then it got straight back up, and then it sold back down because these people that didn't get a chance to sell, I want to sell, and they sold. And then look at these wicks. It got bought up straight away, but then it went straight back down, and now there hasn't been the confidence for it to go back up to 8K. So shout out to Zach for that brilliant post. Here's where the all-time low. So it's been a big push, but honestly, like, I don't see how we're going to achieve the goal of PDI to $1. If there has to be some kind of mechanic where it's like we can't sell for X amount of time and things just have to like arbitrage, like there's going to be no chance, because here, what I see here is I just see greed. I see greed here, and greed and lacking mindset is never going to help us win together. It's as simple as that. It doesn't matter how good the ecosystem is. If the participants fail, then the ecosystem, I mean, yeah, maybe the ecosystem will continue to go up, but it can be so much better if we all work together in a sustainable way, in a way that is it just, I'm gonna outline those points tomorrow in any case. So across the board, massive pumps across the board, 21%, 24%. So this is Hart's law. This is liquidity bonding, 26%, 22%, 25%, everywhere. 23%, 43% of discovery, off the bottom for discovery. Oh, sorry, that's no nukes. No, let's have a look at this one. No nukes. So a little secret hack here. As a matter of fact, let's just have a look at no nukes, because I'd love no nukes. No nukes is a fantastic pathway into the ecosystem. So 1.2 million market cap, 37K liquidity, 42K volume. So nice, no nukes. So nice little pump for no nukes as well. This is money entering into the ecosystem, and no nukes can actually be minted. So no nukes, I believe, can be minted. I'm quite certain it can be minted. So somebody please correct me if I'm wrong there. So across the board, everything pumps because it lifts the whole ecosystem up together. This is the beauty of the Atropa ecosystem. But again, PDI actually broke its all-time high against Pulse Chain. So it's below the 1 cent mark. And actually, there is going to be another video, another stable coin, another P stable that nobody is talking about. So I'm going to release that video in a few hours after this one. Another P stable that nobody's talking about, which has already hit the fabled 1 cent mark. So keep an eye out for that one. I will release that video. This one here, back to PDI because it's got all the attention. But the other one is very interesting because of the supply. It's a very, very good possibility, but it hasn't been bonded with the Atropa ecosystem like PUSDC, PUSDT, and PDI. So if we have a look over here, it's looking beautiful. This was that trend line. So we're below the trend line. And then we have against Pulse Chain. So we have broken it against Pulse Chain. So I'm a bit upset. Well, I mean, not upset. I mean, I bought some, so that's fantastic. I bought a little bit more here, but I really wanted more of a dip. We couldn't get more of a dip. We need Pulse Chain to pump. So, I mean, look at this trend line against Pulse Chain. It's even better. It's even better against Pulse Chain. So this epic trend line against the dollar value, it has broken below, and against the dollar, it's basically going like this, and now it's coming back up. But against Pulse Chain, it's married really against that line. I mean, it depends where you draw it. These are all subjective, but it's really married against that line. It's making sweet, sweet love to that line. And, you know, we got the big event coming up, the Amsterdam Pulse Chain, the Pulse Chain tour happening in Amsterdam, where Maria is going to come out and talk more about the project. And perhaps this is all in anticipation for that. People are really trying to front run Maria coming out and talking because it's going to be very bullish. But I want it lower, man. I want to buy some more, but it doesn't look like it's going to go lower. Look at this. It consolidated basically since the start of, or the middle of April, it's been consolidating sideways in this little box for the whole 2 months. And now it's just about, it has broken out of that box. So PDI looking extremely bullish. Again, we're not talking about stabilizing and how it's going to do it. We're just looking at the speculation and the possibility of it. That's what we're interested in. We're interested in the hypothesis about whether it can or can't. So it's looking like it's about to break out of this box. It has broken its all-time high. It has wicked down. This, of course, is Heiken Ashi, so it's not exactly 100% accurate. But very, very bullish signs looking for PDI. So if you have missed out, perhaps unlucky, Yeah, really wanted it to go a bit lower. But again, if you the P stable narrative, there's other ones that are a lot cheaper. There's other ones that are a lot cheaper that you can get better value for. And if you're really only focused on the how they're bonded to the Atropa ecosystem, then there are particular ones that are at the moment less than zero point 0.3 cents, less than 0.4 cents. So have a look at those. I've actually got them all on a chart as well. So as a matter of fact, I'll just quickly bring them up as well. Actually, my little P stables chart. I'm not going to show you the video that I've done yet because I want you guys to watch that one because that's very different to, well, I feel it's different to the Atropa ecosystem because it's not bonded to the Atropa ecosystem. And the reason why you know that is because of the way the chart moves. It's doing its own thing. It's very unique, just the same as PLUSD. And if you do want to find out about PLUSD, I've also got a video up here on that. So these are the ones that I show there, so I won't show those. So here we go. If we have a look at these, so we got USDC, USDT. So here's the journey to the $1. So they're all breaking up. So this is just below 0.5 cent. This is just below 1/3 of a cent, just below 1/3 of a cent. And these ones here also just below 1/3 of a cent. So these are pretty good value right here, these two. These three, I don't have much knowledge about these three, but I know that they're basically moving in sync with the ecosystem. So again, if you just look at the charts, they're all following the same patterns. They're all following essentially the same patterns. Although these ones look a little bit more dramatic, and I wonder if that's because, yeah, it's because it's on that it wasn't on logarithmic. So they're essentially following exactly the same pattern. So you've got this cluster of 6 P stables. So again, I mean, Maria even said, if PDI, they'll all get to the $1 mark around about the same time. Look how they're moving together. All the liquidity is probably flowing into PDI. Nobody's probably buying these, but they're just getting lifted up by the Atropa ecosystem. So these are the best value ones, but no one seems to be talking about that. Everyone has so much focus on PDI. And I think it's good to have the focus on PDI as well, get that liquidity in there. But at the end of the day, you're not going to stop people from wanting to get the highest value. That's what it really boils down to. People want to get the highest value and get the maximum return. So USDC and USDT are going to get you more X's to the $1 mark. But PDI has the biggest narrative around it. And PDI has the most inflows into it because it's the one that everybody's most familiar with. It has the P maker. It has the most believability about it actually stabilizing. The others, to my knowledge, there's no contracts there that can actually stabilize them. So unless somehow PDI actually, when that pegs and the P maker contract all makes it pegs with the collateral backing of all the, this is the thing. So I think somebody did a tweet the other day about needing, there was about $160 billion of P stables. So if everybody extracted liquidity out of the ecosystem, if these all stabilize, these P stables, then there's nowhere near enough real value. And that's very true. That is 100% true. But that's what the Atropa ecosystem is doing. It's providing all that fake liquidity, that fake collateral. So it can give all that collateral backing to the P stables. It can be worth hundreds of billions of dollars. It can, or maybe not hundreds, it can be worth like tens of billions, up to hundreds of billions, whatever it can be in the future. But it might not actually have that amount of liquidity to actually extract out of it. The same that we see with Hex, the same that we see with Pulse Chain, the same that we see with every single cryptocurrency. But it's going to be about the mindset shift. The world is moving towards cryptocurrency and decentralization. If I have a P stable, do I want to take my P stable value off the chain and convert it into Australian dollars if I know that the future of that P stable is going to stay pegged? The answer for me is very simple. The answer is no, I don't. Why would I? I might take some out just because I'm going to need it for spending day to day, but I want to keep it on chain. I want to keep it on chain. And as we keep it on chain, we keep building out businesses and ecosystems around decentralized finance, around cryptocurrency, that is going to have more and more value. And it's really like, we don't, if let's just say you have, I don't know, 100 billion P stables, why would you take all that out at once? What are you going to do with 100 P stables in your bank? You're never going to be able to take that out of an exchange anyway. So this is also part of the mindset that I want to help nurture. Can we actually nurture this mindset of, hey, why do I need to do that? Why can't I just look at this like a passive thing where every month I take out 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000 just to live. And when I have a big expense, I want to buy, I don't know, a house or a Lambo, whatever it is for you, I'll take out $1 million for that particular time. Why do I need to take out my full 100 million of P stables at a time? Why? If it's all going to move towards decentralized finance. So I pose that question to you. So with that, everything's looking hot in the Atropa ecosystem. Everything's looking hot with PDI. We got Jimmy coming up, Jimmy James Maria coming up to talk in the Amsterdam tour. So things are very, very exciting, and the Atropa movement. So keep an eye out on that. That's going to be launched in. I'll be doing that live stream. Please, I encourage anyone to join. I'll see you all there. Take care. I've waffled on too much.